Hello, dear viewers. Welcome. Once again, I am with you with a new presentation on the topic Minor Characters of Farewell to Arms. Myself, Professor Mishramka Sunitra, Assistant Professor in Department of English, JAT, Arts, Science and Commerce College for Women, Maligaon. Dear viewers, here we are going to discuss about the minor characters of the well-known novel written by Ernest Hemingway, A Farewell to Arms. The central character of this novel is Frederick Henry, who is lieutenant in ambulance corps. His friend to Rinaldi. Rinaldi is Italian surgeon in Henry's unit. Henry is friend of the priest also. The priest gives spiritual advice to Henry. Henry loves Catherine Barkley. She's a British nurse. And Catherine's friend is Helen Ferguson. So these characters are some important characters. Now here, Rinaldi, Frederick, Catherine, Helen Ferguson, Ralph Simmons, and the priest. Now we'll focus on Helen Ferguson. Helen Ferguson is an English nurse. She's a very close friend to Catherine. As Catherine and Henry love affair becomes more consuming, Helen becomes concerned for her friend's emotional well-being. Though she is confident and competent, she is also lonely. She works at the American hospital and a dear friend of Catherine. Though Helen is friendly and accepting of Henry and Rinaldi's visits to Catherine early in the novel, her hysterical outburst over Henry and Catherine's immoral affair establishes her as an unhappy woman who is paranoid about her friend's safety and anxious about her own loneliness. So Helen is friend of Catherine Barkley. Another character is the priest. Ernest Hemingway has not given the name of the priest. He is simply mentioned as the priest. The unnamed priest in the novel is an important character. He helps Frederick Henry to make sense of his experiences at the front line. Lieutenant Henry has made an existential choice in his life to fight with the Italian army during the First World War. Henry believed that throwing himself into the conflict would give meaning to his life. Yet, it has not done so. If anything, his experiences of his terrible war has alerted him to the dark, meaningless void that lies in very depth of his soul. Another minor character is Bonello. Bonello is Henry Frederick's one of the drivers. He is lively. He is looking forward to campaign at the Udine, like the end of the retreat. It is Bonello who asked to kill the sergeant that Frederick shot and wounded for not obeying orders. Later, after Amio is shot, Bonello decides he would rather risk capture by Germans rather than he killed by the Italians. Another minor character is Gino. He is the first of the drivers and mechanics that Frederick meets upon his return to the front. They discuss the war and war tactics generally until Gino begins to patriotically call his country sacred. It is after that this Frederick reveals how uncomfortable the words of honor and glory make him. He thus labels Gino a patriot. It means Gino is a naive boy who will not to be so quick to defend war once he is in it. Another character is Bartolomeo Amio. Amio is one of the Frederick Henry's ambulance driver during the Italian army retreat. He is also the driver of Frederick's closest to. During the retreat, Amio generously picks up two peasant women with assurance that he will not rape them. The assurance frightens them even more. Unfortunately, only he recognizes one word of Amio. It is Amio who is mistakenly shot by the Italian rear guard. It is a tragic mistake both for its stupidity and because of he was Frederick's friend. Amio's role is a symbol of innocence killed by the stupidity of war. Next character is Luigi Piani. Luigi Piani is an ambulance driver under Frederick's direction when he returns to the front. While of lesser rank, Piani is Frederick's equal in every other way. Though he allows Frederick to be in charge, it is Piani who finds food, who leads Frederick to the right way when they have left the ambulances, and it is Piani who keeps him from being roughed up by the regular troops when they approach in the battle police. Piani knows what is happening so far as the war is concerned, but he can do nothing to protect Frederick as he nears the police. Piani is successful in his role as the brains of the group who feeds information to the leader, thereby ensuring the group's of survival. It is not his fault that Frederick is such a poor leader. Another important character is Ralph Simmons. Ralph Simmons is an American friend of Frederick. He is trying to earn a living as a singer under the name of Ernico Del Credo. He seems to have little success. His purpose in the novel is to offer an opposite of Frederick, a kind of alternative self. Ralph truly has no involvement in the war but wants to be Italian, whereas Frederick is involved in the war as an Italian but doesn't want to be an Italian. Frederick goes to Ralph after he makes his escape from the battle police. Ralph lends him some clothes and Frederick goes on his way. So these are some minor characters of Ernest Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms. Thank you.